Hello friends, how are you doing today? And it's weekend day now right now, so today I'm going to show you a new tool I've just built, and for actually it's for Google Contacts. So recently I got some comments from some guys from the YouTube channel, and I also got an email from a teacher from India, and they asked me to build a tool to manage their Google Contact. So basically, uh, and this is the first video I have done, and it's first time for me to touch the Google Contact API and in the Google Sheet. Okay, so basically I built this tool to manage the contact. So if you have a lot of contact in your Google Contact, and you'd like to keep them organized, and you'd like to do things like that, this tool may be uh, very useful for you. Okay, so let's get into it. And first, I'd like to share let's zoom in a little bit maybe. So here, as you can see here in this sheet, and I have a menu called Contacts, and here I have four buttons here. So for the first three buttons, there are the functions to basically retrieve the data from your Google account and update the contact data, and you also can delete the contact from your Google contact account. Okay, and the last one is basically app setting. Okay, so this is the first thing I'd like to show with you. So if you click these settings, you're going to open the sidebar, and in this sidebar I almost put uh, all the available the contact field you can choose from the API. Okay, so basically here we have three sections. Okay, so first section is for the contact name. So as you can see here, I have a lot of names here, and the given name, middle name. So family name, this given name maybe is the first name, I think, because my English not very good to understand the given name. I'm saying yes, given name is the first name, and the family name is the last name. Okay, so you also have the full name. So and you can check and uncheck the field you'd like to update, or you'd like to retrieve the data from your Google contact. You can check them and things like that. So because I'd like to grab the maybe I don't want to show this URL, so I'm going to uncheck it. As you can see here, for this test contact, I have the URL for YouTube channel, and I just unchecked it, and I can click this save button. Okay, now the settings has been saved, but the data is not refreshed. Now I'd like to go to the get data, this get contacts function, and I try to run this function. All right, so it says 2 contacts has been retrieved from your Google account, and okay. So right now I don't see the URLs columns in this sheet. Okay, so this is how these settings work. So basically, if you'd like to get data or update data from the for the contact, you need to configure your settings here. I don't think I think I already removed it for this one, because I didn't see this field in the Google contact. Maybe it's because the API is not updated, and they have some new maybe the features is removed from the contact. Okay, and you also see we also have some field which is not available in the API, so I cannot update them from the spreadsheet. Things like this kind of stuff, this phone tick first and phone tick middle, so I don't know what is this, and it's not available in the API, so I cannot update them from the spreadsheet. All right. and maybe other stuff like the relationship. I didn't find the API, so maybe the new stuff for the Google Contact, and also for this internet call, I also didn't find it. So for the rest of them, I can find them, and then you can do the update from the spreadsheet, right? So first thing I'd like to show you how to update. Okay, now you can maybe one more thing. So basically, you have these settings, and you can save the settings, and you need to refresh the get data contact. But you also can create a template. So if you click this create function, so it will going to check if there is any sheet in the spreadsheet name contacts. So if they find a same name with contact, we're going to warn you the data will be overwrite in this sheet. Okay, so you click yes, we're going to overwrite all of this data and only create a template for you. So I choose yes, and as you can see here, the template has been created, and you can see. All right, so for this template, maybe I'd like to explain a little bit for you. And as you can see here, for each column, I have added a note for each column. So for the columns in this light green color, so it's editable, and it's a single line or multiple line. So for the field like emails, it's multiple. So basically, you can add multiple emails to your contact. And for the name, so you only can add a single name here, so it's just one line. And for the phones, always is multiple, so you can check the notes here to know what you should do if you'd like to add new items, add a new contact, or you'd like to update. So basically, let me take this email as example. So basically, you need to follow this template. So this template basically is the email. So email table, you can use home email or work email or other label you'd like to name. So with a column, and you add the email address. So basically you do it like this. So let's do home email and column, and with email address, let's do test at gas.com. So, and you can add a multiply. So if you have two email address, maybe for one office, not work, I think it's all work, email, and test gas. So basically, if you have two multiple emails, you can add them as a multiply and follow the template like this. So it's the same for the phones. So let's copy this and do some modification here. So work form, home form, 1, 2, 3, and work form, 1, 2, 3. And you also can add some notes. So here I'd like to add a test because I did some a filter in the contact because I don't want to show the sensitive information and personal information to you guys. So I did a filter with a test. So the contacts with no test in the notes will not going to be hidden from the script. So in the script, I'd like to fill them out. So you only see the test contact from Google Contacts. Okay. So I like try to add a new contact to my Google Contacts. Okay. So for new, you don't need to check this box because it's a new one. And I add a given name for the first name. Let's do first name. Okay. Makes sense. First name, the last name. So full name, I like the full name. Okay. So you can use the real name here, but I just to make this test. So for the group, So basically, for each Google account, you should have 4 system groups by default. So co-workers, families, friends, my contact. So you can choose each of them. So basically, you copy this and put it here as a group name. So the script know where to put this contact to. Okay. So I'd like to use this test. Okay, because I created a test group in the Google Contacts. Okay, so I use test, and the contact ID, you don't need to do that because it's a new contact. Okay, you don't know what the ID is. Okay, so I think the data is ready, and I like to do this update. So basically, the update and the add new contact are in the same function because they're basically doing the same thing. Just for the new one, we're creating a new contact. For the update part, we're going to get the existing the contact and grab them from the database and update it. So I try to run this update to add a new contact. Because there is no ID there, so the script will know this is a new one. Okay, so let's try to update. So you will see this confirmation message box like this. So it's going to basically just to warn you. So this app is going to update the contact in your account. Okay, so let's choose yes. All right. So you will see that the result in the status column. Okay. So okay. So you got a message like this. So it's added. So it means I create a new contact in your Google Contacts, and now you have ID for the contact. Okay, so if I go back to my contacts and refresh, as you can see here, I have a label here called test, and these two are the first 2 tests I've created, and let me refresh this page, and yes, now I get this new test contact here. If I check the details for it, all right, so let's do this edit. So as you can see here, the first name, last name, basically the given name and the family name here, and I had 2 email edit, as you can see here. Okay, and 2 email address, 2 phone number here. Let me show more stuff you can add basically, and the notes. Okay, so you can add custom fields if you like. So let me try that. And to do that, you need to go to the settings because the column is not available here right now. So you need to go to the settings and to open the sidebar for you. So basically, I like to add some maybe URLs or custom fields, and you check both of them and you save it. All right, saved successfully, and you try to get the contact. All right, so I got 3 contacts because I only use this use the test in the notes as a filter. Okay, so 3 of them, and I like to add some URL. So basically, as you can see here, we already for these 2 we already got these 2. So basically, you can add the basically it's very similar to the emails and the phones. You can add the label and the URLs. Okay, so let's do YouTube. Basically copy from the last one, and custom field, let's do what? Do Google. Okay, so basically label and custom field value, any label you like. Let's do apps. apps script, and the nodes no change. So let's do an update. And I'd like to change the name to myself, Ashton. All right, so let's see what's the change. So if you don't want to do this because you didn't do anything change, you can just delete them. But you also can keep it here, but we're going to read all of this data and try to update. But actually it's not changed. So basically, if there is nothing changed, you should remove them because it's going to cost time in the script, you know. So because I will delete them, so I just keep it here and try to update it for now. Update. All right, so it's done. Check the result. So all for three of them updated. As you can see here, this API, I don't think it's very efficiency. It costs a little bit of time to do it. So if you have a lot of them to do, I suggest you to do them one by one. Maybe for names, maybe change names first, maybe change email by batch, and change the phones by batch, like that. All right. So maybe that will save maybe a little bit of time. Okay, so I have updated this first name, last name, full name, and I added a custom field. So let's try to get the data. So get the contacts. Okay, so it looks this field is failed. I think it's not working for this custom field. Something is wrong. But the first name and the last name I did update it. So let's try to check what's going on here. Okay, let's try to add it. I don't see the custom field. What's going on? Okay, let's remove. So basically, let's try to use the delete function here. So I try to delete the first test1, test2 here. And let me show you this delete function. So basically, it's going to remove both contacts from your account. Okay, so try to delete. So confirmation message. So delete them. Okay. Delete. So as you can see here, the status delete. The first one, because I didn't check it, so it's still there. And let me try to refresh this page. I hope, yeah, right now I only have one in this test group. Okay, and let me try to fix the issue for the custom fields. So let's try to run this get context function. Okay, so maybe I'd like to try it again. Custom fields. Okay, let me check the code if I can find this one. I think something, maybe this S issue, I think. I don't know. I need to check. Okay, no issue with this one. In the code, custom fields. So let me try to do it again. I think the issue is because the separator, this is very serious. So the separator here, so as you can see here, there is a space. So here, because what I do here, I didn't add a space. So So this template is very weird, so you have to follow that. So let me do it again. So Google and the space. So remember to do that. But this can be fixed in the code as well. So you just remove the space in the separator. Okay. So let's do apps script and try to do this update again. All right. Let's see if this works this time. All right. So let's check the contact. Edit. Do I have the custom field now? No. Maybe I need to refresh. So let me try to get the contact from that spreadsheet. I think that's the issue. Yes, here as you can see, I refreshed the data and with no issue. And let me try to refresh this page as well. Okay. Edit. As you can see here, I got a custom field here, but something is not that good because the custom field, the label, yes, this is a label, no issue with that. I sort of get that. This is the field value and this is the label, this Google, no issue with that. The label should be on the left, but is on the left is the value and the right is the label, okay? So that's weird for me. So basically, I didn't want to test all of this field in this video because that's going to cost you guys a lot of time and me as well. So if you'd like to, so maybe some issues in the script because I just finished the project and I didn't spend a lot of time on this project and do the test. And I'd like to share this as soon as I can because somebody are waiting for this video. Okay, so if you found any issue, leave a comment or send me an email. All right, and I'm going to fix the code because I did a filter in the code. So for you guys, you will have a full list of your contact, and I'd like to remove that. So basically, I will share the tool with you guys. So you just make a copy of it, and you should be able to use it. Okay, so make a copy. So let me just show you right now. So I will give you a copyable link. You click that link, it will going to bring you to the page to make a copy to your Google Drive. Okay, it's the same as what I'm doing here. So I will rename it for YouTube. And by the way, because I already include all the functions in in this project, and if you'd like to combine the Google form with your Google Contact, and I think that will be easy to do because basically you will use the form to collect information and put them in a template like this, and you can use the functions to add them to your Google Contact. So you get the idea. So you build a form to put data to a spreadsheet, and you can use the functions in my script to update them to your Google Contacts. So that's the basic idea. All right, so I maybe don't want to make another video to do that because the main part is included in this project. Okay, so if you are trying to do that, and I think it's possible to do. So basically, you of course you can do that. So I just make a copy of the file and I close the old one. And zoom in a little bit. So and try to refresh to get the menu back. It's pretty slow. Okay, I didn't see the menu here, but you should see it. If you cannot see it, you keep refreshing, or you also can go to the Tools script editor to see the code, and you can run the onOpen function to create the menu for you. So here is the onOpen function. You choose the onOpen function from this code.js file, and you try to run this function, and it should create the menu for you. So since it's the first time, so you need to go to the routines. So basically for the new files, you need to do that. Okay. So I'm going to update the code in this file, remove the filter, and once you make a copy of this file, you should be able, everything should be fine for you. Okay, so allow. And maybe just a reminder here, so don't use this separator in your template. So only use them once. Okay, so for each line of this, only use this separator one time. Because if you maybe you add like something like the address, you put a separator like this in the address, the script will going to split the address with this separator, so it may cause issue. So your address may be separated with several part. It's not a full address for the script. So basically, the script we're going to treat this line as two elements. So before the separator and after the separator. So if you have several separators in this line, the script only catch the first two. Okay, the first one is the label, and the second one is the value. Okay, so just a reminder here. All right, so I think I've got the contact. So let's try to run this settings function here to see if everything is working. And by the way, the settings is saved. Okay, as you can see here, this is the default setting. As you can see, we don't have the URLs, but the template, the data is called from the old file, so you will see this URL, and there's maybe some stuff like the custom field here, and I'd like to keep this default setting, and I'd like to create a template. Okay, so template created, and I try to get the data. So I think everything should work fine, and I will keep the data here for you guys as a reference, and I will fix the code so you can let me do a test filter. I think I put it there somewhere. So basically, I'd like to remove this. I don't need to check if the nodes, if there is any keyword test in the nodes. I just remove it. So you also can use this to do the filters from your contact, because maybe you have a very long list of contacts in your account. You don't want to show all of them. You can do it here in the code. Okay, so I just remove this line, and maybe a comment will be better for you guys. So I just comment this line, and you can use it. And also you need to comment the close of if. Okay, so let's try to save it. But I don't want to run this for right now, because if I run this, I will get a full list of my contact, and some of the information are personal information, so I don't want to share this information on the internet. So I think that's it for today's video. Okay, so any question or suggestion or other ideas, you can leave a comment. Alright, so I'll see you next time, and a nice weekend. Bye bye.